What if Shanks trained Luffy? What changes may occur? To find out, stay tuned. Chapter 1. East Blue Saga. The sea was calm the day Monkey D. Luffy left Fuchsia Village, but this was not the same reckless boy from the original story. For years, Luffy had secretly trained under Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates. While the world believed he was simply inspired by Shanks, only a handful of people knew the truth. Shanks had prepared him for the new world long before his journey ever began. Still, despite all the harsh training, Luffy never lost his smile. His journey truly began after defeating Alvida's crew almost effortlessly. News about a strange young pirate wearing Shanks' straw hat quickly spread across East Blue. Soon afterward, Luffy arrived at the marine base where Roronoa Zoro was being held prisoner. Unlike canon, Luffy already knew about Zoro from stories told by Shanks. A swordsman with monstrous ambition surviving alone in East Blue had already caught the attention of powerful pirates. When Luffy defeated the Marines guarding Zoro, the future swordsman immediately noticed something strange. Luffy fought casually, but every movement felt experienced. After being freed, Zoro stared at him carefully before asking, "Who trained you?" Luffy simply grinned. A great pirate. That answer alone convinced Zoro to follow him. As the crew traveled onward, they met Nami, who initially tried manipulating Luffy for treasure. But unlike most people, Luffy noticed her lies immediately and simply pretended not to. That confused Nami more than anything. For the first time, someone understood her pain without forcing her to explain it. Later, the crew reached Orange Town and encountered Buggy. At first, Buggy laughed the moment he saw the straw hat, but the laughter slowly disappeared during the fight. Luffy's movements, his confidence, even the way he smiled during danger, all reminded Buggy of Shanks. Then Luffy casually dodged one of Buggy's hidden knife attacks without even looking directly at him. Buggy froze instantly, because that wasn't luck, that was experience, and only pirates from the Grand Line moved like that. For the first time in years, Buggy remembered the Oro Jackson, Roger's ship, and the young red-haired apprentice who used to laugh beside him. After his defeat, Buggy quietly muttered, "Red hair, what kind of monster did you raise?" The crew later arrived at Siraplelige, where Usopp met Luffy. When Luffy casually mentioned Yasopp and the Red Hair Pirates, Usopp was stunned. For the first time, someone spoke about his father as a real person instead of a legend. That connection inspired Usopp to join the crew. Soon after came the Barati, where Sanji witnessed Luffy fighting Don Krieg. Unlike other captains, Luffy protected civilians while controlling the battlefield calmly. Sanji immediately recognized the qualities of a true leader. After Krieg's defeat, Sanji joined the Straw Hats. But the biggest difference in this timeline came after battles. Every night aboard the Going Merry, Luffy trained his crew relentlessly. Zoro sharpened his combat instincts. Sanji improved his speed and awareness. Usopp trained his precision until his fingers bled. Even Nami slowly adapted to surviving dangerous pirate battles. Then came Arlong Park. Arlong expected weak humans. Instead, he faced fighters already beginning to resemble a new world crew. Luffy defeated Arlong far faster than expected. And when the remaining fishmen surrounded the Straw Hats, a terrifying burst of Conqueror's Haki exploded across the battlefield. Several enemies collapsed instantly. The Marines arriving afterward could barely understand what they had witnessed. For the first time in East Blue history, someone had displayed the Haki of a king. Soon after, the bounty posters arrived. Luffy, 120 million berry. Zoro, 45 million berry. Sanji, 30 million berry. Nami, 12 million berry. Usopp, 15 million berry. The numbers shocked the entire East Blue. But the greatest reaction happened far away on a certain island, where the Red Hair Pirates were gathered. When Dracula Mihawk arrived carrying the bounty posters, even the crew went silent. Mihawk placed Luffy's poster in front of Shanks. Then he smirked slightly. "Red Hair, your student is causing chaos already." Shanks looked at the poster quietly before smiling proudly, because the world had finally begun noticing the boy he had spent years preparing for the sea.